Hi everyone, this is my first YouTube video. I've watched YouTube for a long time and I've found a lot of support and strength from YouTube, so that's why I'm turning here now. It's hard to know where to begin. My name is Allison and I have always wanted to be a mother. My husband and I got married almost 4 years ago in August 2011. My dog playing with a toy. He's absolutely everything to me. We waited a few years to start trying to conceive, and last summer in July 2014, we started to try, and we got pregnant on the first try, which was really exciting. I didn't know what to expect, and it was just amazing. I waited a day pretty much to tell my husband, and I found out in the morning, and then I went out and got a special onesie to show him, and he loves airplanes, so I went all the way to the Aviation Museum and got an airplane onesie to show him, and it was just all planned and so exciting, and I even filmed his reaction. So it was all just great. We decided on a care provider. We went with these amazing midwives who we just loved from the beginning, and saw them every 4 weeks, every month, and everything looked great. We heard the heartbeat. I think it was the first time at 12 weeks in the office, and that was really exciting. And then we just went along normally. We planned our first ultrasound for 20 weeks where we would find out the sex, and we went in for that. Everything looked perfect. Actually, the ultrasound tech couldn't stop saying perfect. Just every single part of her. She was a girl. We didn't actually want the ultrasound tech to tell us in the appointment, so we had to write it down on a piece of paper in an envelope, and then we went to a park and opened it afterwards together. And we were just ecstatic. Obviously, we just wanted a healthy baby, and she looked great. She couldn't have looked better. So it was just the best day of our lives, I think. That day that we found out she was a girl. We thought we were having a boy. And everything was going great. We didn't have any other planned ultrasounds because there was no need to, and I was really wanting the most natural way possible, and I didn't want any more ultrasounds than I needed. So 28 weeks, we had an appointment with the midwives, and I did my glucola test and passed. Everything was great. And then at 29 weeks, my husband actually left for a trip and was out of the country for work, and that wasn't a normal thing for him, but it was an exciting trip he was looking forward to. His whole company was going, and I knew it was only 6 days. I would be fine. I was confident that, I had no reason to think anything would go wrong. And he had been gone about 3 days, and I woke up one morning and just felt uneasy. I didn't think I had felt her move for that whole night, and that was really strange for me. So I decided to just kind of distract myself, drink some juice, sit down quietly, and I still didn't feel her move. I got the guitar down and played some guitar, which I hadn't done for ages, but I just really wanted to wake her up, and she still didn't move. So I finally paged my midwife, and she told me to come in and we would check for the heartbeat. So I went in, and I really didn't think anything would be wrong. I even got ready, put makeup on, took the dog out, thought I would be going to work right afterwards, got everything ready for work. And I got there, and she couldn't find a heartbeat. And I actually didn't understand the severity of the situation right then. I did not know what was going on. I didn't freak out. I remained calm, and we decided to go to the hospital together. And I even drove. I drove with my midwife. I guess I just was trying to be hopeful, and I really didn't realize that she was already gone. And the way there to the hospital, we were talking, and I guess she was trying to distract me, and she was doing a good job. We got there into labor and delivery in the triage, and I just got into the room and laid on the bed, and a doctor came in and turned on the ultrasound machine, and, you know, put the wand on me, and that was just the moment that everything just came crashing down, and that's such a traumatic moment for me to remember. And on the screen was just our baby still with no heartbeat. And there's just nothing that can prepare you for something like that. It didn't look like the other ultrasound we had been at where she was moving and you can immediately see the heartbeat. You know, it was just a body with no movement. And I just said over and over again, no, this is not happening. This is not happening to me. I just wouldn't believe it. And I couldn't believe it. So the next few hours were really, really terrible. I called my mom, and my parents live in Los Angeles. That's where I'm from, but I don't live there. And so I told her, and she said she would book the closest and soonest flight to come see me. And I tried to reach my husband, but I knew he didn't have any reception. Chica, come here. Come. So I tried to reach him, and I eventually got hold of a friend who gave him the message. I knew his colleague who was with him would tell him that I needed to talk with him urgently. So this was just the worst hour I've ever had to wait because I couldn't hear from him. By the way, this all happened in January, and this was January 21st. It was a Wednesday, and that's when I went into the hospital. So I went in. I just want to see if this is actually recording. Okay, just checking. Finally, I got a call from my husband, and I told him that we lost the baby. That's just the only words I could really think of. And he couldn't believe it, obviously. It was just unthinkable that this would happen when everything was going perfectly, or so we thought. So he told me that he would see what they could do with his company to try to get him on the next flight to come back to the States. And I just tried to focus on that, and I really knew that I would not be able to do this without him. I hadn't even begun to think of what was coming next, which was actually going through labor and delivering our baby girl. I couldn't believe that on top of having suffered already, I would have to go through so much more. So, come here, Chica, go over there. Go over there. So basically what happened next was my really close friend arrived, and I had called her, and she came right away, and my other midwife arrived. It's a duo, so the other one came and embraced me, and I just sobbed in her arms. But it was just a mixture of shock and nerves, mostly shock. I remember not wanting to get up. Chica, come here. Not wanting to get up from the bed to even go to the bathroom because it made it real. But I eventually got up, and I waddled over to the bathroom and came back to the bed and triage, and the doctors came in. Another doctor had to come in and just verify that our baby had actually died, and that was just brutal because I already knew, and I didn't want to have to look again on the ultrasound.